if you are like me and most other business owners out there, you have a budget, you have a number that you have to hit every month in order to, pay your bills, pay all your expenses, and then, of course, pay yourself. So you have that number in mind. And if you go along and you're getting towards the middle of the month and you're like nowhere near your goal, what do? Well, I have some really good ideas and even some stuff that I've done myself that I wanted to share with you. Okay, so here we go. Hello, my name is Annika Maya, and welcome to Akamai Chats. Here we help people to build and grow a business. And today we are coming up with some sales ideas for you. I hope that you like them. They've worked for me. So, a long time ago, I had a scrapbook store, and it did fantastically well until 2008 and 2009 came along, and 2008 and 2009 came along, and then we were like sucking really bad. And by the beginning of 2010, by the beginning of 2010, I already saw the writing on the wall, and we had to close our store because every time I would look at my numbers, I had my budget numbers, and if we did not hit at least half of it by mid-month, I knew we weren't going to make it. So I had my numbers. I knew what budget I wanted to hit every month. And if we weren't at least halfway to our goal by the middle of the month, we would have some sales and we would have, events. And it was a scrapbook store. So I would have events where it would bring people in. We would do, it was called like midnight crop. All the ladies would bring all their crafts, their paper supplies, and we would be working on our own projects from like 6 p.m. when the store closed all the way to midnight. It was super fun. We would go to a Starbucks and we would get our last minute coffee before they closed, and we would have snacks and everything. So it was super duper fun, but it generated income because people came, and when they're working on their projects, if they needed something that they were missing from their supplies, they would just buy it. So we came up with some pretty good ideas to help increase our sales through these events and sales and etc. So that is one example of something that you can do. And so I kind of want to go through, I do talk about a lot of service-based businesses, and this could even work for retailers, right? So if you have a retail store and things are looking kind of grim, do your forecasting and look at your sales trends and see like what days are best. Do a promotion, invite people into the store. When I worked at a retail store, we had this event we called Sips and Snacks. So we would make like some really nice lemonade, and we would have baked goods and stuff, and the ladies would come and shop, and they could, nibble on their snacks while the salesperson took them around the store and showed them all what was on sale and, all those kind of things. So it was actually kind of fun. So you can create an event around a sale. So it's not just a discount, because you got to give people, like, let's be honest, you got to give people more than 10% off as a reason to come in. But if it's a limited engagement only, it's like only today. Like I went to Albertsons today, and they had some T-bone steaks for $5 a pound, and it's only on Fridays. So from now on, I'm going to go to Albertsons on Fridays to look for my steaks. So anyways, so if you're a retail store, create an event around your sale. So it's more of an experience than just a discount, because I think people are like kind of jaded as far as discounts goes these days. With, everything's so cheap on Temu, like, 10% off, even 50% off sometimes is not enough of an incentive for people to come in. So that's an idea for a retailer. What if you are a service-based business? Like, let's say you are a pest control guy, you're a plumber, those kind of things. Appliance repair is really hard, because it's like, if your stuff is not broken, people are not going to call you. Because I had a client that was an appliance repair guy, and so you depend on people's broken stuff, right? But you can come up with maintenance plans. Like for the appliance repair guy, I told him, let's come up with a maintenance program so that you can sell people a maintenance package, and like a couple of times a year, you just go and check out their microwave, check the temperature, the thermostat on the oven, make sure the ice machine is working properly. And, depending on what kind of refrigerator you have, I know there's still refrigerators out there that you got to frost, like they build up all the frost, all the ice, right? So come up with a maintenance plan to give you another opportunity to go into the home. So they buy the maintenance plan, let's say it's $200 a year, right? And it's like every visit you go is like a $75, $80 value. So people want to make sure that people get enough value for the package that they buy. But when you go into the home, you have an opportunity to, like, let's say you're going to check on the oven and you say, you know what, I think you're going to be needing a new oven soon. And my appliance repair guy, he also sold appliances, like not necessarily new ones, but sometimes he would refurbish. That's how I got my washer and dryer. He refurbished. Lady got a new one. He went and installed it, and she gave him the washer and dryer. So he like fixed it up and tuned it up, and then he sold it to me for super cheap. So come up with some kind of maintenance plan that gives you the opportunity to bring your to get into people's homes, so that you can kind of scope it out and maybe look for opportunities in the future and say, hey, I think this is going to be going out soon, so maybe we should schedule an appointment for me to come and do some maintenance on it, right? You get the idea. That pest control guy, plumber, electrician, all these people can do something similar where you do an inspection, like, oh, it's coming up on spring and you want to do, I live in Vegas. So they're going to do an inspection for, what do you call those things? Scorpions. So that you can do like, a pest inspection to make sure that, everything is kind of cool, and you get the idea. So the other idea that I had is you have buckets of customers, right? So you've got your existing customers, the ones that you service all the time, and they're your regular paying customers. And you have past clients, so people who maybe was a one-off, or they don't use the services too often. So you've got that bucket of past clients. And then of course your future clients is going to be like your new clients. But we are talking about, what am I going to do if I need to make money quickly before the end of the month? So if you need some customers in the door, you need some appointments on your books, you're not going to go, and you can advertise, but there's no guarantees in advertising. Okay, boys and girls, I just need to remind you that when you spend money with an advertiser like me, I'm not a magician and I don't have a crystal ball. So I can't tell you, I cannot guarantee you that you're going to get customers, because the basic rule is you cannot make people do what they don't want to do. So if you want to, sell, solar in the winter, it's harder to do because people are not hot. They're cold. So they're not thinking about solar and they don't want to do it. They're like, yeah, I'm going to wait till the summertime. So you cannot make people do things that they just don't want to do. So if you need money right away, getting new clients on your books is going to be a little bit more challenging. You're going to end up at the end of the month being short, having a shortfall in your budget. So what I would suggest is, first of all, go to your existing clients. See if you can upsell them on additional services that they haven't used yet. And then, so if you can go through your CRM, and hopefully you have a CRM, boys and girls, because if you don't, then CRM stands for customer relationship management. So you have their names, address, phone number, your email, and your email, like today, is golden, because your email is one of your pipelines, your lifelines to your customers. And you can send them a monthly newsletter just to stay in touch, keep top of mind, because especially for like the one-off customers, they're going to forget about you. And unless you give them like a refrigerator magnet with some kind of golden thing that they don't want to throw away, they're going to forget about you. So go to your existing clients first and try and upsell them on an additional service. The next thing you do is you go to your past clients. Like I said, like the people who only used you a couple of times, or for some reason, like Mr. Smith isn't calling me anymore. I wonder what's going on. So go to your past clients, and you can do this all through email. You don't have to be calling everybody unless you have a really, really small business. Use your email. And again, when you have everybody in your email system, you categorize them, right? By like a past customer, or even some people are like on a do not call, and etc. So go to your past clients and look at what service they had done before, and ask them like, hey, did you need to spruce up on the thing? Like, when was the last time you checked your water heater? The anode inside the water heater can get rusty, and it will damage your water heater. So maybe you can do some kind of inspection, offer them a free inspection. I had a plumbing client, and they did a complimentary inspection every time they went into the home. And that was so that, like, leak checks, right? You don't know that your toilet is leaking until it's like it starts running. But when you have a plumber come in, and they can do an inspection, they check your water heater, they can check your toilets, they can check for leaks. They can, there's all kinds of things that they can do. So if you want to offer that kind of service, like maybe just as a complimentary service, like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, so maybe I can come in and do a complimentary inspection. And then if there are anything in there, and sometimes people are like, oh yeah, I want to change out that faucet. The faucet is really, it's kind of leaky and it's rusty. So do you think you can change it out? See, so you can score a little job right there. Okay. So the idea is, with the service-based industry, you want to get your butt in the door so that you can talk to the client and see if there's any opportunities for you to do some repairs for them. So that's service-based clients. I talked about retail clients. And then there's other kinds of services, not just home services. Like, for example, I have a friend who has a video company, and he does brand videos for companies. And he did something very ingenious, and I forgot to call him back, so I didn't get to take advantage of it. I hope he's not watching. Anyways, he did something very ingenious, because also he's like, oh, I gotta step up my sales before the end of the month, because it's been pretty slow at the beginning of the month. So he had a limited time only. You could do one of his brand videos, which they're like, let's just say they're not cheap. You could do one of the brand video for like $500. And I didn't take advantage of it because I was busy. And I hope you cannot hear my dog barking, because he's really annoying. This dog always wants to upstage me in my videos. Hina. So, anyways, what had happened was, every time I get distracted, I forget what I was saying. So yeah, so he did this thing. You could do a brand video for $500, and I got busy, and I'm running my own business, right? I'm running two businesses, like I always say. I got my agency and I got my YouTube. So I got busy, and then I saw him again at an event. He's like, "Hey, Annie, you didn't take advantage of the thing," and I was like, "Damn it!" So, anyways. You get the idea. So create some kind of special limited time offer. Normally $2,000. Now it's like $500, or whatever the case, and you call customers, you call your clients in the past, maybe that you've pitched them, and they're like, it's kind of expensive. And then if you want to offer it at a deep discount, then, they can sample your services. And see, that's the thing. People don't know what they don't know. And until they start working with you, and then they like you, and you're honest, and, you're personable, then they really enjoy working with you, and then they can become a regular customer. So that is another way that you can get money in the door, plus add a new paying customer. So you can do something like that, create a new product or create a new service that you haven't thought of before, you hadn't previously offered to your clientele. So make sure that whatever your special offer is, that it can withstand the test of profitability, because you want to make sure that you still make money. You don't want to lose money on that. That's a loss leader, and that's a different thing. That's like giving away like a little toy bracelet for with every purchase. That's a loss leader. You don't give away your services as a loss leader. Maybe like an inspection is an example of a loss leader, because it doesn't cost you anything. You're already there, right? And then I just wanted to mention, keep this in mind, that is always easier to upsell an existing customer than it is to go and get a new one. Okay, so I hope I've given you some good ideas for your business. Drop me a comment in the comment section if you want me to come up with some ideas for, like, hey, I have this kind of a business that you didn't mention it. Like, like a tax preparer or a CPA doesn't really fit into either one of those categories. But you could still call past clients who haven't done business with you for a while, or maybe you just do their taxes, and you could call them and like, hey, I do bookkeeping as well, things like that for your business clients. But if you have a business that I haven't mentioned, drop me a comment and I will be more than happy to help you come up with some ideas that you can help make some money before the end of the month. Today is the 10th of January. And like for me, I'm looking towards the end of the month and I'm like, this is the 10th already. And if I don't have enough projections by the 15th, then I'm going to have to do something really quickly. So that's what I've been doing. I came up with a new product and a new service, and I am calling my existing clients to see if they want to hop on board. So wish me luck. I think it's going to be doing pretty well. I'll probably do a video on that sometime soon. Well, that's all I had to share for today. I know you guys have probably bounced already because, when I look at my analytics, you guys are all like disappearing before the end of the video. So I can do whatever I want at the end because you're not even watching. The TikTok, the I want to do a dance like that for TikTok. I really do. And but you won't even know it on TikTok because you're not even watching till the end. Okay, anyway, so that's all I had to share for today. My name is Annie Kamai, and this is Akamai Chats. See you guys later.